and makeup done, you can make some big mistakes going online when you're not ready. Huh, I've never made those. And we're worldwide. First and foremost, saying hi to my friends local on the Bay Area. Great turnout. Wow, it's so good to see you. Stu and Steph and Narissa and Kristen and Jennifer and Todd and Howie and Eileen and Helga. Good to see you all. Now, I'm not going to say the name of all of my 1.1 million of subscribers on YouTube. Just kidding. But a fellow can dream, right? You got to have big dreams if you're gonna reach the moon. You got to shoot for the stars. So Looney and I, the cat, will thank you very much in advance for liking and subscribing, because it feels good to participate and grow something that the purpose of Upward Spiral Yoga is to bring love, light, and healing and presence and connection to everyone around the planet. So I bet that's your purpose too. We just have different ways of going about it. Anyway, welcome aboard. We're going to chant an Om. Nice big inhale. God, love, source, bless each and every participant in this class all the way around the world. May we all tap into that infinite source of presence and power always available to us through you. And then in the chat for my local friends is a link to my Facebook event. It's the LA Fire Relief Yoga event, Saturday, February 22nd. Check it out. It's going to be a glorious event. Karen, if most of you know Carol and Tracy, we're going to be doing a yin yang yoga event. All the proceeds go to our friends in Southern California that really need it. Okay, I'm going to hydrate for one quick second and then off we go into joint juice together. Thanks for sharing that link, and I'll make better links, the old QR code and all that stuff. But thanks for sharing that with friends. I'm hoping this is the most altruistic and unselfish event of all time to raise as much money as we can. Anyway, shoulders, one, in we go. I think I'm always tight in my shoulders. I don't know if that's ever going to unwind. Maybe we're all tight to some degree. We don't want to be completely loose. That would be like a guitar string without any tension at all. 7, 8, other way. So go ahead and share that with your Insta and your Facebooks and your Twitches and your YouTubes. Nextdoor, share it on Nextdoor. 8, good job. Move my beverage out of the way so we can go like this. Up you go. And out. Now, if you're brand new, you're watching this for the first time, I've got a shocking and intimate communication for you. Not too shocking, but my favorite thing in the world is to do yoga with my friends. And yoga means move, laugh, breathe, interact, have fun, enjoy, grow, evolve, cry. I just love being with my friends and moving and grooving. So thanks for joining. Poof, one more. I have enough poof now. I know that that's true. Good job. Okay. Now, you got to get some yoga blocks. And the reason you get yoga blocks is if you're brand new, if you're crispy in Cleveland or atrophied in Atlanta, you could stack up a couple of yoga blocks and just rest your head on them. Now, I'm sort of exaggerating. You might be very tight and your knees are up and your buns are tight and but you want the benefits of yoga. So you could even do something as simple as that. But I have many friends in this very class who are very flexible. They could bring their head all the way down, no problem. So I think it would be great if my very bendy friends let up a little bit, put some blocks down, relax their shoulders, close their eyes, and we do a little bit of yin yoga together. By yin, I mean slow, patient, take your time. Put a little mood music on. Sometimes you're fast and frisky, sometimes you're slow and romantic. Maybe even roll your forehead out a little bit. That's one of my favorite moves. But I'm really melt down and relax my tight buns. They're tight. Some other people holding, no rush. Survive it. Boy, in 3 weeks, and it all works out, or in 3 minutes, or in 3 years. And I'm sure that it will work out, but it already has worked out. This is it. Everything we could ever need is available in this moment to be blissfully and joyfully, at least content, if not joyful, happy, and free. Anything else is movement inside of our mind. Good. Good job. Wow, good YouTube analytics, people from all over the world. We even have other species in. And I'm happy to say we do have penguins in Antarctica. I've been getting some messages from them. And come on down one more time. Use blocks if you want. I highly recommend them because then you can balance your head and your butt. Life is a balance between your head and your butt. Relax your shoulders. Chill out. Chillax. If you want to join me and roll our floor heads out and get that little wrinkle out of my forehead where my eyes meet that tenses up when I'm worried, I'm committed to worrying less for the rest of my life. It doesn't mean I'm not going to. It's impossible not to. Good, now hold perfectly still. I think some worry or concern is justified. It's natural, it's normal, it's intelligent, but I know that I worry about things that I shouldn't, and so just trying to break that bad habit. Everything is always working out for us. We found each other. That's a miracle. Okay, next inhale, come up, my friends. Good job. I'm feeling better already. I like where this is going. Now I'm going to back to this cross of my legs. If you're brand new to this class, I think you're going to be giddy that we chant Om together. Nice big inhale. Extend it super long. What did Little Red Riding Hood say to the big bad wolf? My, what big lungs you have. And the wolf replied, the better to breathe you with. So I was listening to Eckhart Tolle, the great spiritual teacher, one of my faves, no doubt about it. I read The Power of Now, golly, 29 years ago when it first came out. And I'm in full agreement with him that tied for first of great spiritual tools is breathing, breath. Yogis have known this for 6,000 years. If you close your eyes and you breathe deeper into your body, an unquestionable sense of presence begins to build on the inside. What do I mean by presence? Energetic, alive, visceral, felt sense of being. It's like it's always there, but mostly hidden under thoughts and activities, duties, obligations, fear, worry, doubt, distraction, but there it is. And breath finds it. Sooner or later. Okay, good job. Boy, are we off to a good start. We're going to drop our chin, around go our coconuts. God has told me in no uncertain terms, Greg, you're to move your body around in yoga postures once or twice a day for this lifetime. And because somebody gave you this gift, try to do your best to help other people to move a little bit every day. 7, 8, other way. And another part of my assignment was to be encouraging and tell everybody you can do something. Don't go for perfection, go for progress. There's always the perfect people that can do everything perfect. You know those people, and it drives you out of your mind trying to compete with them. So, no more competition. And 8, relax your head down, close your eyes, contemplate your navel. Just think of somebody you love a lot, just for a moment, just in your mind's eye and in your heart, hold the image of somebody that you love a lot. I bet you don't have to look very far. They may have flesh, they might have fur, they might have feathers, but find what you love and aim your soul. Pretty soon it gets crowded in there. It's this person and that person and that person. Okay, now we're going to be cats. One of the most popular parts of this class is that we do what cats do. So you go purr, purr. Purring is optional, but I think it's cool. And if we're lucky, if you're maybe you haven't seen Looney, but the 20-pound mountain lion will come rushing in, go for my throat. I'll deflect over to the cat tree. Good. Now, beat the heels of your hands together. This is acupuncture. This gives you, um, it makes you look younger. It gives you more money and makes you super popular. I don't, what else is there? Good. Now we're doing it in here. This is the key. You go, make, say something elegant like, as you go left and right, pushing and smushing into the top of your tushin. Good. Now, this is a curious part. I go down, I push down, and I go over the top. I am smushing myself into the floor. Right about here, you could not pick me up. I would be suction cupped like a something that's a suction cup. So in essence, I'm going down and up at the same time. That's an interesting thing, isn't it? Down and up at the same time. 7. Now, this is a special skill. You push down, straighten your arms, drop your chin, look down, lean forward, stretch your wrists. Now I want you to please do this. Stop thinking. If you start thinking, stop thinking. Well, that's the weirdest instruction ever. Okay, good. And then this is what vultures do. I think vultures have a bad name of it. Any animals that fly around and clean up roadkill in just minutes a day and like it, I think that's a gift from God. So this is palmar flexion. Put them in here. Now push and smush into the top of your tush, up and down, left and right. Now my wrists are saying ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I had a guitar and a drum lesson today from my music geniuses, and they just lovingly beat the crap out of me. Now back up, over, forward, around, and down. Always be learning something uncomfortable. Find some good teachers. You need a good art class? see my friend Kristen. You could leave her a chat. Kristen has an art studio. She teaches art classes. All of you teach something brilliant. Todd teaches golf. Good. Now I'm leaning forward. Drop your chin. Close your eyes. We are calm and mirthful souls. Good. Now, my favorite thing to do during the day when I'm doing it is this. I try to make whatever I'm doing my favorite thing I'm doing. 5, 6, 8. If you're brand new, go like this. Well, I need instructions. Okay, go like this. This will make you handsome. I can't even take any more of that. Humility, too. Good, now shake poop off of your hands. How many kids do you have? Multiply that by poop, and then you'll have the poop hand ratio. Your kids ain't got nothing on my cat, let me tell you. Good, now, hello, poop-free future. Yay. Pretty soon you'll be handing your kids off to your, they'll be your grandkids, and then the parents will have to take care of that. Faster, faster. Good, now cup your hands at your heart, drop your chin, be holy, sacred, and reverent. We are just a group of like-minded souls. We're going to do good, hard work, but our perfection is not required. Our participation is. Participate. We live in a participatory universe. You've got to get in the game. Okay, lace your hands down here south of the border. Now, I'm coming up my spine, so to speak. I'm going to turn my hands over at my throat. And my white sleeves kind of accentuate the look. At first, I'm going to oscillate this is called osmosis. You go left and right on your osmosis. Now, I tuck my underpants in too tight, my shirt's in too tight. You know what that feels like. My bra strap's digging in. Not happy about that. Now, my spine is so long, and I'm going to turn to the right, left hand, right knee, right arm behind me, simple twist. Do I know more complex twists? Yeah. So what? Just turn to the right, get a good twist, relax your shoulders. It's no one movement. Just because I know calculus, that's a lie actually, doesn't mean I don't use my calculator. And that doesn't make any sense. Inhale here. Good, and we're going to come on out, and then we're going to switch the cross of our legs. You know what we're doing? We're breaking up sticky, crunchy patterns in our body. Patterns are great, but not all of them forever. Now, one pattern is lace your hands. Now move it one finger over so it feels like, ooh, somebody else's fingers. Then my hands rest down here. I exhale all my air out with my friends. Then I inhale, and here are my chakra colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, infinity. Good. Bra strap is loosening up, underpants, too much information, just oscillating a little side to side. Okay. Now, even though I'm only 6 feet 2 inches tall, from the waistband up, I'm like 6'5". I've got long midsection. Hard to buy the right clothes. Now, turn left, 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 right hand, left knee, left arm behind your back. Now, I'm actually kind of extending my butt cheeks down into the floor, shoulders relax, spine open, look around behind me. More feeling, less thinking. Is the best part of life feeling or thinking? I don't think we would have evolved if it was just thinking. I think feeling is the aim, the good ones: love, bliss, peace, joy, calm, compassion, appreciation. But if you're going to feel feelings, you got to feel all of them. Inhale here. Exhale. Well, I just want to feel the good feelings. Well, that's why God invented drugs and alcohol. Now, hands, that's just for a subset of my audience. Now, lift up, bottoms up, kids. I want you to put the car jack underneath your butt and click, 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 click. That's a nice image, isn't it? Change your tires. Good, and come on down. All right. Stretch your legs out. How are your feet doing? Would you agree we're about as happy as our feet? I would agree. So stretch your toes open like happy cats. Pull your feet in toward you and make your little toes, little baby toes, kind of rotate in. And so your inner ankle bones kind of push together and move out. Is yoga crazy that we would be that specific? Do you think God cares whether our little baby toes are in or out? Sometimes. Good. Stretch up. Because if we care, that means God cares. There's all part of one organism. Good. Now, this is called Dandasana. It cures all diseases, swells your bank account. Lean forward, push your buns down. Grip your leg muscles into your leg bones. Relax your shoulders, though. Chin level, eyes closed. Dandasana, staff pose. Lively spines mean lively lives. Okay, now yoga fists for strong wrists. If you're one of my new friends and trying to come up on your fists hurts, adjust accordingly. Feet in. We're gonna. I was gonna say carjack our hips, but we're not. Lift up your hips. Now, just look at your hips. They're your hips. It's okay. So there are my hips. Now I'm just gonna lift my hips higher than my hips. Lift up. Head back. Sink down. Feet together. Now, did you know the full movement is your feet are supposed to pull all the way until they run into your underparts, and then you're supposed to lift up your bottom and sit on top of your feet. It's very, little kids can do it. Some adults can do it. I think a couple of the ladies in my class can probably do it, but I am not going to bother them tonight because they're working very hard at the rest of their lives and probably don't want to be pestered by me. But I am wagging my groins a little. I've been accused of wagging my tongue a lot, but wagging your groins. Okay, now I'm going to push my knees down, straighten my arms, lean forward, drop my chin. And there's something called Jalandhar Bandha, where you make a little throaty, whispery sound at the back of your throat. It's called Ujjayi breathing. And breathing is the great tool that fans presence inside of us. My computer just said my internet connection is unstable. Fine, I'll hook my computer up to the Ethernet, but not tonight. I'm busy. Okay, you guys, now I love this shape. This fits my non-childbearing hips really well. This is the shape that gets me. Right knee over left. And I would like to only do the yoga poses that I like, but that would be like practicing the music skills that I like, and I would never grow. So this is called mermaid. My right knee's over my left. I've crossed my ankles. If you're brand new, if you're atrophied in Atlanta or demolished in Dallas, just take one knee over the left. Now this is called pinup pose. I used to be a pinup model, not in this lifetime, obvi, but I'm turning to the right. Some people can turn more to the right than others. Now I'm going to relax my hands, turn more, and back in the day, I'd reach with my left hand and reach all the way down to my right foot and just turn to the right. Now I have very willowy, long-armed students in my class. Their right arm goes all the way behind their back and grabs the front of their left shin. If you can do it, show us how. Now here's the pose that delivers all the serenity in the world. Take just your face and turn your face to the left and tilt your head to the left. Now you're twisting this way, head going that way, buns going that way, feet are doing this. I've tied you into a knot, tied up and twisted the way I like to be. That's Dave Matthews' song. Remember him? Genius. Okay, kids, now slowly release thy arms. Can you see how every pose is a prayer? This is prayer, but so's this. Now, from here, you might find it very distressing just to put your hands on the floor behind you. But again, all the yogis in my class, they're just going to lay on their back. That would break my everything. But if you're gifted and can lay on your back, and if you're sleepless in Seattle, just don't go back so far. Just find what's right for you. Variation Supta Ardha Ustrasana. Yep. But nobody calls it that. This is called crossing your knees and laying on your back. Now, for the bendy bears, arms back over your head because you can do it. Every pose is an exploration of our range of motion. If you can lay all the way on your back here, you've been a good student your whole life. Good. Now come on up. And most importantly, you chose your parents well. Do you think we choose our parents? I need a 500-word essay. Now, once again, this time I'm going fingertips for strong texting fingers. This is optional. Now, plow thy buns up. Up go thy buns. Some people can't even lift, and you're just as welcome as the people that can go to the moon. Good, sink down. Okay, now the only problem with this pose is getting yourself out, so unwind. By the way, I invented that sequence. Now, just for a moment to get the dents out of my body, after I turned 50, the impressions began to stick in my body a little more, but that was only a couple years ago, so it's not that bad. Now I'm massaging the middle center bottom of my feet. But Greg, we don't think you look a day over 50. Make sure you leave a comment that says that. Okay, now, left knee over your right knee. Now, brand new, you're really tight, you're kind of leaning over, and it's like, God, is this ever going to feel any better? It will if you stick with it. Now, my under ankle is my right ankle, see that? And my heels pull in. If you can just get here, it's great. Now, both arms up. Notice it's not both arms up for me, because I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to leave an impression on you. Now, I just made that up. That's pretty good. So turn left, turn left. Now, you long arm bendy friends, right hand, left ankle. And turn to the left. And if you got them long boa constrictor arms, left arm behind your back, grab your right shin. Shin, not chin. Now, this is the cherry on the whipped cream, or whatever. Turn your face to the right. Tilt your head to the right. Drop your chin. Feel your whole left side neck, upper back compartment release. Get what you need. I'm just sort of approximating this pose because of a knee thing. And if you're older than 20, you might have a thing going on in your body. Does that make you immune from doing yoga? It sure doesn't. Inhale here. Exhale and come out. Now, I would lean all the way on my back if I could, but this is good. Now, I don't mean to be stereotypical, but I think in general, and I just think it's true, women are more flexible. They probably can lean all the way on their back more than men can. Doesn't mean that men can't. It just means we're different. Arms back over your head if you're one of the inspiring ones. And if you're one of the perspiring ones, you can just lean back a little. In essence, I am going to get you from every angle. I am going to poke, prod, pull, push, promote, porcupine you from every angle. That's my job. Good. Now from here, we come back up together. This time I'm going back to fists. And from fists, I am going to rocket my buns up. Press into your feet. I want to hear your hip squeak and sink down. Fabulous. That one always gets me. I've not hydrated enough today. Hold on. If you want to stretch your mind, go to a drum lesson with a master drum percussion teacher, and then immediately go to a guitar lesson with a virtuoso. Good, now pray with your hands and feet. Yay, I love Wednesday yoga. It's the best with all my friends. See, just by being in this class, even if you're all on the other side of the planet, we connect at deep levels, and so there's a magic of two or more being gathered. Now, I like going like this. What's impossible is to bring my knees in together. That's not impossible, but knees together. Widen your feet as wide as you can, pinning your knees together, and then pull your knees into your chest with your feet out as wide as they go, the space between your feet. Now that makes, I can feel my tensor fascia lattes. Good, then I'm going to cross my ankles for a little relief, grab my feet. Now I'm just, look at this beautiful plantar flexion of my ankles. This is actually a variation of something that's so hard you can't even think about it. But just pull in, sit up really tall. Good, and then just switch the cross. This is yoga for everybody else, okay? And a lot of great athletes and serious yogis watch this who can do, it's not about the volume, the size of the pose. It's about the size, S-I-G-H-S. Size matters, S-I-G-H-S. Good, and stretch them out. Okay, now, my wrists are sore from musical lessons today. So when my hands are sore from this, I go with fists. That's just a little yoga hack. So you can do what you want, but my legs are extended out. Now point your toes and try to put your toes on the floor with your inner ankle bones touching. And I call those dancer ankles, and I actually know people that can do that. I cannot. Now from here, if you're brand new, crunchy in Cleveland, just look at the emblem on my t-shirt. So I'm stretching my chest, I'm opening my heart. This is good for beginners, and if you can, bridge pose, lift up, bottoms up. Now get your toes on the floor, lift your butt as high as you can, head back, chest up, ankles grip, toes on the floor, except for me. And come on down. Good. Okay, now, yoga freestyle is when you feel something in your body and you know just the thing to counter it. It only takes about 30 or 40 years of doing yoga to get a little bit of this, but my wrists are barking for this one. So I want you to go like this and like this. When you do something for a long time, you paid your dues, you've learned the rudiments, then you freestyle, and this is freestyle. My body says this. Now, all the internal rotation, see that? Then handcuffs, maybe later tonight. Now, this is the one that my wrists want, and I made this pose up. It's called poultry in motion. Elbows inside my knees. You might not be able to do that, but a couple of my friends can now drop their chin and smush their elbows together. It's just crazy. And I want you to go into an egg, a capsule, a sanctuary of, I want you to find the place on the inside that's immovable, imperturbable, and nobody can get there. Not even your family members. There are times when you need your space. You're kind, you're compassionate, you extend yourself, you give your life for your family, you know you would, and yet there are times when you need you time. Good. Okay. Boy, did I need that. Okay, now I'm going to put a little blanket underneath my neck. We're going to lay on our back and we're going to take our legs up to the ceiling for an inversion. So I hope you like it. I love it. I'm trying to love as much as I can in this life, especially the things I don't love. That's the challenge. It's easy to love what you love. Now, legs straight up and down. 1 minute, legs up. Now, if you're really got OCD and are distracted, you could check your phone if you wanted to, but just once. But are you patient enough to just take your legs up to the ceiling for 1 minute? Let your spine relax. My lumbar curve at the lower spine has its nice little upward curve. My tail feathers are dropping. I have a job where I talk about buns, tail feathers, high knees, hips a lot, but it's just part of the job. Now, if you're brand new and you're a mess in Minneapolis, you're just gonna, it may be a while before you can do this. Stick with it. Yoga takes 2 weeks. Takes about 8,000 2 weeks segments. If you're bored, that's a good thing. Boredom is a high state. It means you're empty, open, and available to take interesting action. Good. Now we're doing the splits. This separates the adults from the children, and it separates your thigh bones from your hip joint. Legs out super wide. Now ankles 5. I invented this movement. I invented almost all this stuff. Don't be doing it without my permission. Permission is liking and subscribing. Other way 1. If you don't like and subscribe, I will send my cat. You'll get a knock on the door. You'll open the door and you'll be surprised. Good. Now, we do work in this class. Fingertips on the back of the head, 20 gut-wrenching crunches, 18, 17. I don't want to be that guy that goes out to the mailbox with his t-shirt off and cars crash from people looking the other way. So let's keep our abdomen respectable, shall we? 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, I think, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees. Now I see you. Hi. Grabbing my big toes. You might not be able to. And then, hi, how you doing? Happy baby. Happy baby, you might be new and crunchy. You just grab your knees, you pull them in, you grit your teeth, you're foaming at the nose. You're not happy, but you're getting better. And my bendy bears, their knees are on the floor, their buns have scarcely lifted, and everybody realized their shoulders were all jacked up, so they deflated their shoulders. Everybody drop their chin. And we'll do half a minute of, I call this the glowing groins. Feeling your femurs. Happy hamsters. This, if you just don't discount this, if you stick with it, it starts to go through layers and layers and layers. Good. Now, can you roll from knee to knee? Now, if both your knees are down, you're just so far ahead of the game. You're just doing this class for fun. And I can't think of a better reason. But most of us have to go left and right to get our knee to gently hit and then go the other direction. This keeps you from being a tight A. Good. Now we're going to look around. Hey, it's Groundhog Day. It's almost Groundhog Day, my favorite day of the year. Definitely my favorite movie. Good. Now I'm releasing. I'm lacing over my right knee. See that? My left leg is up. Now you might be tight in bringing this leg down. Otherwise, now this is good for new friends. If you're bendier, try to get your right elbow over your right knee. If you're one of my super bendies, lift way up, get your left elbow around your right knee. Now your spine twists. It's harder to get your head back down. So too much is too much. but too little is too little. And they pay me to say banalities like that. And then just relax back. The right knee is drawing in, the left heel is pushing forward, the shoulders relaxed. Drop your chin. Now, I want this right thigh bone of yours. I want it to deepen down into your hip socket. I want this whole right butt cheek complex. I want this to soften and release down. Just hold on. Again, this is yin, holding on for a minute. In our culture, we're so used to changing the channel or swiping left and right so fast. It's like nothing gets any time anymore. Have you ever just seen somebody you didn't like and tried to swipe them left and right and realized they were a real person? Good job, you guys. Now, from here, I'm going to release that side. Right leg goes up, left knee comes in. And I'm lowering my right leg all the way down. This is a challenge to get it down if you're new because everything is tight as a boiled ostrich. Now, this is fine if you're new, just drawing the knee in. Slightly bendier bears will lift up and put left elbow over left knee. And my super bendies, you know who you are. You're going to lift up and kind of twist to the left, and you're going to get your right elbow over the top. You're locking this baby in. You are locked and loaded. Then you're going to grab your right wrist with your left hand. Then you're going to realize, wow, I'm so straitjacket. It's kind of a challenge to relax back now. Take your time. Now my intestines, my internal, my gallbladder, my liver, my pancreas, my spleens, my kidneys, they're getting a good squeeze. I think if this pose is done well, it's one of the very best ones. Now, this used to be a standing pose in my class with my teacher. You had to do this standing on your right foot. You just had to hold this in a standing balance pose for about a minute and a half. No wiggling, no giggling, no squiggling. Just hold this while balance. It's easier to balance on your back. You're welcome. Now this whole left booty cheek zone is relaxing, releasing. Your hips are getting happy. I don't know how you can be happy without happy hips. Good. Now we're releasing that side. Yay. Oof. I'm just going to bring both my knees in. Now, if you're very tight, it's about, some people can pull their knees all the way in together, knees all the way into their chest, reach up over the top. Now, make sure you have a blanket underneath your neck if you're just a really crunchy. If you're really bendy, you can cross your wrists and grab your feet. Just hold this. This is fetal position. Now, you could do this pose on your feet. It would be called a squat. Ding, ding, ding. Exactly right. This, you could do it on your head. You could do it levitating. Good, you guys. Now, apply your hands to your bottom. It's yours. And roll up with me. Whoop. Cool thing about yoga, you get to know your own real estate. You know what Socrates' yoga instructor said? The unexamined body is not worth living in. That's where Socrates got all that good stuff from his yoga teacher. Now, if you were to take your thumbs into your hip flexors, they're kind of like right in here and kind of dig in there. Most people are just tight as boiled ostrich there. So I invented a sequence. I think it's accessible and acceptable for everybody. And You will need one yoga block, but it doesn't have to be a big one. It doesn't have to be extreme, but just watch me real quick. All I do is I put my hiney on a block and I put my left thigh over my right. That's all that I do, okay? The 5-inch lift of my hips releases my lower back and it relaxes my guts. It stimulates my parasympathetic nervous system. But the real key is that I realized is if you cross your left knee over your right, and my bendy bears will bring their left ankle underneath their right ankle. And if you're very flexible, you can have a bigger lift underneath your buns. But I want to be in this pose for just like a minute because this works magic. It relaxes the back of my neck. I drop my chin, I close my eyes. Sure wish I could get this left ankle under. I'm so Ooh, I just did it. But I don't want to overdo it. I just want to try. Now, just relax. Just relax. Just breathe with me. When you're with somebody you know really well and you're very comfortable and you're good friends and you've been through the wars together and you really love and trust each other, you know you can just sit and breathe with them. My breathing has moved down to my belly button jewelry. This goes deep, not just into our physical body, our psyche, our emotional nature. A lot of it's locked in our hips, obviously. If you consider yourself to be a very flexible sort, and it's like, this would feel better if my butt was higher, go ahead, use 2 blocks. I'm not here to impede your fun. I'm here to amplify it. This is the best class I've ever taught for 2 reasons. It's the one I'm teaching right now, and I'm surrounded by great people. I'm beginning to learn that it's not just all about me. I'm the baby of my family. I'm the 4th of 4 kids, and you know how babies are. Good. Now I'm gonna bring my knees in. I think this is a great yoga pose, just bringing my knees in. I don't want my high knee to come off the blocks. I'm just compressing myself in. Now I'm getting this reverse curve of my lumbar. If my ankle was underneath the other one, it'd be super amazing. Good. Now I'm taking my legs up and I'm sewing machining my right leg over my left. I bend my knees and with great skill and elegance, I slink my right ankle underneath my left ankle lie. And then I bring my left foot down. You can tell that I'm tight here, not lying. Lying on my back. After this, we'll do a restorative pose. That's rated for 4 drooling emojis. Stick with us. You'll get healthy, happy, and strong. The good times will get better and the hard times won't last so long. Good, really big inhale. Exhale. Now I'm gonna bring my knees in again. Now I'm gonna uncross my knees. And again, now again, we're squatting on the back, but my booty buns are lifted 5 inches. My knees are dropping in. And if you're one of my bendy bears, I give you permission to do jackknife pose. And that simply means I straighten my legs. My tail feathers are adhered to the block. And this is my favorite slow forward fold. Now, my friend Helga, for example, her legs drop all the way down to her chest because she has a world-class forward fold. And I just have just like middle of the road, regular person forward fold. That's okay. Everybody's got their secret skills. Everybody's got a superpower. Good. Now I'm going to bend my knees. Now I'm going to float my feet back down to the earth like a helicopter landing on eggshells. Where did the floor go? Okay, now we're all going to lift our hips up together at the same time. It's kind of a ritual. I'm going to get the block out of the way. Get the block out of the way. Now I'm lowering my bunnage down. I have a lot of euphemisms for my tushy. Now we're going to sit up for restorative pose. Now this is generally when I take roll. Everybody's still here. Good cats. Don't be leaving. Don't be leaving until I say, okay? Now, I used to have a big old yoga studio, and when it closed during the pandemic, many tears ran down our cheeks. But now something else better has come along because that's the way the universe always works. And we're all still here together, alive and frisky. But I'm going to put this bolster out in front. We're going to do restorative twist. And I'm running a little over, and I don't care because your well-being is my primary concern. Now, with this in front of me, I'm going to pat my butter pat cat. I'm going to spin my knees over to the left. Everybody put your right hand on the bolster, look kind of groovy for a sec. Now I'm going to take these knees. I'm slinking them behind me into mermaid pose. I'm turning to the right. Both hands are pushing into the bolster. I'm leaning back. I'm putting my right hand over here. I'm so twisted. I can look to the right and see my feet. Now come down to your right ear if you're regular, your left ear if you're a bendy. And then I'm going to come over to your house, lift your elbows up. I'm going to lift your upper body and I'm going to lay you back down with a little more twist. I'm not going to do that. Then spread your elbows out and it's nap time together. If we were back in the studio, I'd come by with a couple sandbags. Bye, Helga. Love you. I see you leaving. You're in big trouble. Ah. Now we're going to relax. Now, if you don't have time to do poses like this, you better make some. Now I'm going to hire somebody to come over to your house and just walk on you. That's probably a service now. Every second, every exhale is a little more full, released, relaxed. Now, sometimes there's two parts to this pose when I'm feeling really good, like tonight. I'll lift up, and now that I'm a little squishier, I'll come up, I'll take the head of my bolster even more to the right. And then I turn more and I come down to my left ear. Oh. Now, one time I watched a yogi do this pose, a great one, and he just kept turning until his head were on his feet. That's not for us. Maybe. This squeezes every last vestige of painful patterns and just squeezes out the junk like wringing out a mop. Good. Now, if you were silly and went to your left ear, go back over to your right ear. You sillies. Good. Now, let's all take the biggest inhale together like we're one lung. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Now, pull your hands in. Press out slow mo. I love laying on the floor with my friends. It's like a big game of cosmic twister. Sweep my legs back around. Square up our bolsters like that. If you're brand new, just do it right. Now I'm sitting Indian style. My knees shift over to my right. Left hand is the key, I think. Now I lean toward you and I shift my ankles and my knees around behind me. Then I look behind me to see who's chasing me. My left ankle is twisted over my right ankle. Then I turn back to see my friends. I push into the bolster. I lean back to stretch my oblique muscles. Then I turn to the left. Tonight I'm going to move my bolster over to 1 o'clock, 11 o'clock. And sillies, you go to your right ear. Regulars, you go to your left ear. You know who you are. 2 minutes. Good job. If you have a big family pet or a mate, or not a big mate, just a regular mate, just have them sit on you, okay? Boy, did I say that wrong. Come on down. Oh. At the start, it feels like hell, and at the end, it feels like heaven. Oh, Looney. Hi, guy. Looney's climbing his tree, if you can see him. Go up, go up, go up. Sorry. We missed you. Relax, you didn't see anything. Okay, I'm going to lift up. I'm going to shift over to the left a little more till I can see my cat over here on my left side. Now I am coming down to my right ear because I'm feeling like when Gumby met Pokey and drank vodka. Oh, it feels so good. Somebody told me I should get a baby goat for my class, that's how you get more subscribers, and I vehemently disagreed. I said black cats get way more subscribers than goats. Good. Now, if you were silly and got on your right ear, go back to your left ear, you bendies. Okay, I'm going to sit on you. I'm just going to sit right on your back and I'm going to pancake you. Big inhale. Big outhale. Now pull your hands in, push out. Okay, at the start of the class, I felt like $100. Now I feel like $1,000,000. You should have got me while you can. Now, I admit that it's 7-Eleven. So just sit with me for a sec. Let's pretend we have one set of lungs. Close your eyes. Tonight's key was breathing to build presence. Just close your eyes. We'll breathe for a minute, and then I'm going to send all of you guys on your merry way. But let's just be present and let the percolating bliss of well-being bubble up in our nervous system. We're calm and peaceful souls all around the world. I have carpet in my mouth. Gross. Good. Now, I know this may sound kind of silly, but with your eyes closed, from the center of your heart, just see radiating concentric circles of beautiful light pulsing out and spreading around the world. Okay, we'll bring our hands or our cats into our heart, hands into the heart. And all together around the world, they say, Namaste. Okay, while you guys were praying, look how long this cat is. This cat is 9 feet long. Look at this. This cat was advertised as a cat. The people that gave me this cat are actually on this call. He's super wiggly. And we've been doing this since he was a week, or actually 4 weeks old, and he's purring so loud. Thanks for coming. Please like and subscribe, YouTubers. Like and subscribe, because how else am I going to pay for all this cat food, okay? So please, thank you for liking and subscribing. Please come to my LA Fire event. It's in the chat if you're a Zoomer. So bye, YouTubers. Now I'm going to say